The bad news is Riley left with all the movie news.
No.
Yeah, so
I've got it all.
I could make
right
some shit
here.
up.
I think we have some of the week.
Yeah, Brett, make some.
Yeah.
What's going on?
Yeah, what's going on in the latest?
Oh
Who got
man,
cast?
there's some big. So, well, I mentioned the Ariana Grande thing, right?
Yeah. What was
What
she
did
cast
she
in?
say, by the way?
She wrote kind of. It didn't sound as bad as I thought it was going to be, but it was kind of talking about her relationships and mentioning four of her top boyfriends, including Pete Davidson, something about and next was the end of the line of like I'm on to the next. I appreciate what I learned from being with you, and I'm on to the next.
I'd date her.
Yeah.
Ariana
God.
Grande?
Yeah. Oh God. Yeah.
Not Davidson though.
No.
I like Pete Davidson. He got a lot of shit over the weekend for the Saturday Night Live joke he told about the Republican senator.
I didn't hear it.
Or was he senator?
The
I'm not sure.
Eye patch or something.
So the guy, I believe is a senator who's running. He has a patch because he lost his eye in war.
Mm-hmm.
So Pete Davidson, the first joke I thought was kind of funny to be honest, where he just says he's like this guy's running for office. He's not a hitman in a porno, which I thought it was funny, and he laughed through it. And you could have gotten away with that one, but then he's like, and then I think he improv'd afterwards, like I know he like lost his eye in war or whatever, and I'm like, that was ugly. I
don't even like the first one very much, only because I didn't think it's that funny.
It's just when you see the actual picture and it goes with the joke, it worked. But it's like that one you just kind of you're just making it's just kind of a crack of the joke. But I can still understand people getting a little miffed on it. But this is the second one that bothered me, too. And I'm not coming from a left or a right side. I just think that
it was a little disrespectful.
My dad fought in the war, and it's like.
Which war?
Vietnam, and so
does he talk about it?
He will, yeah. If you talk to him, he will. He got shot and with the Purple Heart, and he was
like growing up. Would he tell you about it, or not until you were an adult?
All the time. It was the thing with my dad. The main thing was funny because when I went home for my brother in August, my dad was telling me stories I didn't know. I know my dad almost drowned when
at war.
No, when he got back from war. He had just survived all this stuff in war. He led men platoons and everything too, right? And then he got caught in this like whirlwind thing. It was a little whirlpool that took him out, and he couldn't swim. Oh, wow. And you're supposed to just let this thing take you out, but he was trying to go against it, and it exhausted him. And he was calling out to this guy to help him. The guy's like, if I go in there, I'm going out with you.
It's in the ocean.
It's in the ocean, yeah. So then he
undertow.
Yes, and it was like solid, right? And literally had just gotten back from war, been back for just a little bit, and he's like, I just survived Vietnam, and this is how I'm gonna die. Like it brought him down. Like he was, so he waves up to this one guy. The guy's like, I can't help you because what am I gonna? It'll get me. But that guy went up getting help. This is actually a really funny story inside of the thing. My dad lived, obviously, but like that's why it's funny. But he goes and he's about to drown, and then finally people kind of got him, picked him up. He had to go. He was in the hospital for like 3 weeks and like lost a lot of weight, everything too. But while he was, and they dragged him out to like this club. It's like really exclusive club where they were, and he says he'll never forget this. But he was out of it, completely gone. This couldn't breathe. And this guy, old man, comes up to me and he's like, "Are you a member of this club?" And my dad, exhausted, goes, "Fuck you."
That's amazing.
And he was just in the.
Are you a member of this club?
It was like, and I said it was something out of a movie, like the fact that happened. But I don't know how we got there. But but Pete Davidson. So when he said that about the guy, he fought in war, whatever. Yeah, that to me was a very
fighting
millennial.
A war is not, or
it's a very
whatever.
millennial move, to be honest with you. I thought it was just kind of like it was one of these things where it doesn't seem that real to you, so you just say like whatever. I know he's goofing around, he's a comedian. I get it more than anyone else too, but that's why I said that the picture joke was a joke and it was funny and you could get offended by it, but it worked. It was the improv thing of just nonchalantly saying, who cares? I don't care if you think about that as politics or not. He was out there fighting for us.
Yeah.
And he lost his eye in the war. Yeah. So I think, to me, it was kind of a shitty move. But that's my personal opinion on it. I know some people say, joke's a joke, he's just fucking around. But yeah, that's just where I stand on it. So, and I like Pete Davidson. I like him a lot. I've talked to him before on when he used to be on Twitter. He was going to come on Schmoes. He's friends with another friend of mine, and I like.
He's not on Twitter anymore?
No, he left Twitter a while ago. I think he came back for a little bit, but I also respect him for coming out about his mental health issues and things of and this thing was really public with him and Ariana Grande.